to bring up is about the economy. Mr. Speaker, I know that the budget allocated for some support for our men and women and citizens in this country because of the cost of living that is continuously going up. Today, the prices are continuously been driving upwards almost on a weekly basis. If you go shopping, you will see basic goods that our people are depending on, our prices are too high. When is the government going to establish the Price Controller's Office? The responsibility has been passed on to ICCC, but now we realize that ICCC is overwhelmed, and they're understaffed to go and inspect prices at every level. And I think it is important that some of these traders out there are overcharging our people, Mr. Speaker. And our people are really suffering. They can't even 3 meals a day. They're going down to one or no meal. And this is a serious concern that our government and this House needs to address. And the second point relating to that, Mr. Speaker, while the prices of goods are going up, prices of services are going up, wages has not increased. We need to establish the minimum wages board immediately, Mr. Speaker, and tell them to review the wages for ordinary men and women in this country. Why is it that it is so difficult to establish that board? Why is it difficult to direct them to go out there and start having meetings and consultations to review the wages so that it can be in line with inflation and the growth of the increases that the prices of goods and services in this country? So, Mr. Speaker, I think it's important also, we may look at this is something immediately. We are looking at big things, but we are not looking at small things that matter to our people. So I am grievance Milo today. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Give me time to work in this lady talk. Thank you.
Honourable Member Pomio.
Thank you, true, Mr. Speaker. I also want to join the debate today, the grievance debate on one particular topic. Firstly, my point on DDA. Some of us have seen a lot of good things done in our respective districts, especially my district that was seemed to be one of the forgotten districts for so many years. And I believe DDA is part of a decentralization program where we empower the local people, our own people, to actually make things happen at our level. So I think I support DDA arrangement. My grievance debate is based on the several questions were asked this week to the Minister for Petroleum and Energy. I want to say that we talk about economic empowerment at the local level, but there's a need for us today to have a reliable energy program. Mr. Speaker, I want to take us back to the signed agreement made by 4 countries during the APEC arrangement in 2018. There was an arrangement signed by the government of Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and America, US, to commit. They committed about it was about 1.7 billion US dollars, and the amount related to about 6 billion kina, lo money blayumi. It's about 4 years ago, I asked this question several times to previous ministers on what the government has done, whether to actually give us some undertaking on what the government has planned to actually implement this particular arrangement. The same kind of response that we've been receiving since the last couple of years. And this week doing back same also the department. I know that the government has passed the National Energy Authority Act, Law 2021. But the point is, we still talk about coming up with a regulation. A regulation, come up yet for the last couple of years. If you ask him the same question, who's going to do this regulation? Can we have some people committed to doing this job? Some of our districts, we need to have power. We need to have energy supporting our programs at the district level. So, Mr. Speaker, we need to give some priority, some commitment to making sure that the regulation for the National Energy Authority Act is in place, and the funding that is committed by by the partners during the APEC arrangement. We have no idea whether this arrangement is in place. What is the phase of progress at the moment? We need to have some idea on this one. According to reports, about 13% Tasol country only got access to power. that leaves about 87% of people blowing on power, including my district. We have a lot of plans, economic activities happening at the moment in my district, so as many of our districts, and we need to have this. And I'm calling for some kind of feasibility study that is funded by the government right across our country to establish a system where there's feasibility for energy source to happen in our country. So, Toto Klobi today, Mr. Speaker, I think the minister this week can respond to also. They're still working on the regulation for the energy authority, So you may get a commitment again from the ministers responsible to get whoever is responsible to make some commitment and time to this, so that next time when we ask this question again to the minister, we expect a different, positive undertaking than coming up with. We're still working on this, and we can come up with this in the next, talking about the next few months or next few years, and I believe we can continue to do this. Mr. Speaker, it is so important that we need to have energy in our country, and especially the power grid. I'm aware that the Australian government has come up with the FTA on arrangement, or we call him also the Australia Power and Community Project, because our government is not doing all this. Or one Australian country making blow let and stop. So as I was making one time, I believe our government should take charge of this and have the energy team or department that is in place put up a program and get the government funding to support this arrangement. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Governor of Western Highlands.
Speaker, me making correction, me Governor of Western Islands, in the Eastern Islands.
No.
Thank you.
Me call him straight Western Highlands. You know how to make clear.
Oh, okay, thank you. Happy New Year, Lord you, Speaker. Me like talk Happy New Year, all got members of Parliament, ministers, Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister. Me yet like walking on the statement. I mean through all speeches and statements from members of Parliament, ministers. So much has been said for the councillors and presidents. Like me one block president, block council, me come block parliament, and local level government suppose you looking organic law and the organic law was purposely based on council, local level government. Suppose law making bottom up planning, the whole government and council, local level government, council and foundation law government. And then we have the provincial government and the national government. But today, law caucus na two law parliament, me arim plenty of leaders, work like at plenty grievances law councillors na presidents. Me like talk savvy law parliament also. Councillors today, me blow councillors, local level government, all member of parliament pay him 1,000 kina come up member nomination fee. Now me blow councillors pay him 200 kina to become a councillor. But you blow member of parliament, sim fortnight, blow you blow every fortnight. But me blow councillors, there's like 200 kina, you may pay him nomination, a fortnight blow all not sim, but all sim form of allowance every month. But that allowance has not been given. As me are one member of parliament been talk allowances blow. Now kind of say me too no sim some allowance blow me for 1 year and become the parliament too. So government too no look savvy local level government. Local level government no got money lo give service to all districts. All councillors, low highlands, you may get big politics through local councillors. But me like talk savvy here, number one, local level governments represent him national government, provincial government, na face belong government lo one black community. Na me feeling also government and me overlooking local level government for too long. Na plenty time all councillors, na presidents, sim plenty album long all governors, na provincial government, all open members. Na mibla all councillors, na presidents mibla come a victim through long plenty time. When now you are plenty all open member, all no feeling good blood or some blood presence blood councillors la community because last term all probably stop on them all previous open members. Now all new member come in lo parliament too, all member feeling all same, all non up work one them all. But I mean wrong blood because organic law it talk all same, maybe all councillors and presidents must work boom one time all open members, all same chairman blame me. So, Lord Islam me like appeal through long. Parliament also, previous government only must pass in some law, also local level governments, law ward level only must see some money. Me making some research also, all servers look him 10,000 kina law one ward member long, some can development funds. But I think it coming up now, this like money only knocks him too. Not to allowance blow to all noxim for too long. Now to you me will talk lo pass him sample law where you me can rouse him all councillors long or ward committee or law provincial government. Now all this la me also one black councillor now me come up lo you also governor. Now you me got governor also pitabetas to stop. Now maybe sample all member to you also council presidents before. Me feel him also for good governance, representation of councillors and presidents long, provincial government, local level government, law committee, and me feeling very, very important. Sabas all karims la meta go la court too, and government ba court ba look save too. So I'm also statement blow me like raising tasol of law na. Some like can look save must come up. Long local level government na behind you can also talk lo straight more work side. You blow open member you got 10 million. You mean provincial government got budget. What about the local level government? But government but look survey too or also general statement blow me make him lo floor of parliament. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Member Long, hearing query.
Mr. Speaker, me too like ultimately Belevi blow me. I'm not very content with much of the discussions, and particularly this morning, we've had some questions raised by, very important questions raised by the member for Koilala. The member for Koilala asked a question pertaining to representation or local standing or legal standing. Participate long development forum. I think that is what he wanted to articulate about this morning. But his question was not adequately responded to, and it will go over our heads if we do not, you may not address him good Islam, ask him. I'm asking him, time all developments are come up. Na sili story o talk pusin sa para po sem, one black development come up lo, one black area. Then how come na, mibla all district leaders, all open members, or district, who give custody and mandate or look out all interest of people or side of development. All you know, sir, they all stop sideline as well, and was a spectator. All also participate in the discussion. Enough going up the development forum too. And all man yet sit down here, and all governor one time, president or local government as well, sit down, look cutting pig. Na time heavy sa come up, o sa around come lo district ken. Also Panimasa lo district lo straight him heavy blow one people. Sample more discussions you talk lo tete, you talk lo customary land. You talk lo customary land, you talk lo all people na interest lo people blow you me. Port Moresby PM classic example. Na two sample grievance debate come up lo member lo yali pangia tok lo welfare lo people lo side lo pay blongol. Side long price control because economy balance too much. Mi lili man Mary stop lo place also look him light lo mospi look him light lo lay light lo we work no gonna come flock come inside lo town. Also come because look him was I think mi ba gatin good la opportunity lo stop lo life lo picnic lo me too. O ba gatin good la school, o ba gatin access lo health service, o ba gatin work. But that time will come up lo ya 20 black 30 black Christmas will stop lo mospi lay hagen na one map na about no got opportunities have come up long. They are outside of the system. Budget imo lo tok lo parliament lo yan na passive la karang lo people almost are looking. Because there's an elite capture and it's locked away in the formal legal system. Ask him also some time he miss look lo ask the Prime Minister of Australia come go inside na come na talk. He comes from a developed nation where 200 plus Christmas he go finish abusing development long. In fact, 250 plus Christmas finish. Australia come up with a development nation. You got plenty more countries also in Australia yet. United States, it's a 300-year-old jurisdiction. It's tested systems is stop long on. United Kingdom, close to 800 plus Christmas will stop with some black democracy. Point is, we are fixing, unfixing, fixing and unfixing things. The Oil and Gas Act, Section 31, talks about conditions of grant and petroleum prospecting licenses. Now you go Tamblo or Toklo, clan vetting. I even hear this. I even heard Section 47 of the Oil and Gas Act talks about developing companies to take the responsibility of vetting clans. This law company come low when you say blow anthropology blow you mean passing no tumuna blow mean all by pointing out clan true clan and this law that black clan. One name speciality belong on. The LGA too imoglo talk yeah. It's a failed theory of somebody. That's why it's been abused day in, day out. That needs to go. It is not rocket science. 6 Mile, my people have always been traveling outside of Port Moresby. The member for Karaku lives in Brown River because his house is there. He has to travel to and from. The fringes of Port Moresby is inundated by our people from Central Province and other parts of Papua New Guinea have come and found extra legal ways to live. Not illegal, but extra legal ways to live life. We can't chase these people away. We need to formalize their situation. Formalize them into the formal global economy, where all two can look long. They can take out loans by virtue of a special interest that we create. This is where it's all done. Taking the point that we should go to Supreme Court, I too beg to differ respectfully. You know, logo court, place long him, Parliament. That's why Mr. Nablo election are going to talk about people. Salim me going to send him law. Well, this is where we change the laws, good laws, so that people can be happy. When I talk about land, I'm not just talking about Motokoita. I'm talking about all of you and all of our people in the rural sector. These gazillions of money in the last few years have been put into the agriculture sector. When I'm kake blongem, agriculture no coffee tasol, agriculture no oil palm tasol. Agriculture and cottage industry stuff, vegetable stuff. People say kake kangkong every day. But how do you formalize this economy? Let's ask that question. It's been done in many other countries. If we just formalize the land bank, if we just formalize tenure, if we just formalize its collateral activity economically, capital markets will open up to us. This is an economically proven, well-renowned agenda I'm discussing. The World Bank recognizes this philosophy I speak of. It is not a foreign concept. If we just only increase the economic activity, even from the micro level, then we will see. I can assure you, we will see growth rate at 4 to 13 to 15% GDP. I assure this country. Our people need real answers, not acquisitions. not vetting by foreign companies. Client vetting is a special agenda. It requires special technical support. It needs specialized attention. It requires some real good thinking. Corruption and everything will go if we just get to the root cause. We keep corrupting the system, creating extra legal systems through very fancy administrative means is not the answer. That is corruption, when we talk about corruption. But if we legislate properly, then we will see some real fruitful results. I am certain and I am 100% sure. I'm heavy mile kamauti. Bless belong. Thank you na. Mina volume plenty time Thomas, but God can bless you Milgata na ting too can come up good. Thank you all.
Honorable Member Abao.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to participate in a very short version of the grievance debate. For the first time, Honorable Speaker, sitting down in a grievance debate session of this Honorable House over the last 20 years, this is the first time I have felt that this Honorable House is now beginning to fully realize its true purpose. In my last grievance debate, I did say, Honorable Speaker, that you as head of the legislature must control the committees of this Honorable House. You must be well funded. So after a session of Parliament like this time, after we vote on the Governor General, all the committees should begin to work. Not going home and be project managers. Problem blow you me here. We come here and we have forgotten our role as legislators. We are picking up the role as project managers. So we communicate with the finance minister, the planning minister, the treasurer. We argue that this district hasn't got that much. When are you going to release our money? Most of the time we are becoming project managers. And so, Honorable Speaker, 3 years away, we are going to turn 50 years old. And through mania in the life of a human being, 50 years, experience is tough, survey is tough, strong is tough. And so I strongly recommend, Honorable Speaker, that the executive government establish support the Constitutional Law Reform Commission in a big way, and the Parliamentary Committee on Laws in a big way, so that we then say which laws are outdated in this country. Let's list them down. One of them must go finish. No time for it here in this country. Outdated. Put it down, we come to the floor, rouse him. One of them law by you may need him. One of them provision of the Constitution. 48 years old, 50 years soon. It's time for us to review and use the hindsight, 50 years of development experience, and come and say, Mama Law, you have guided us this far. People are like, send him now for the next 50 years. Who is going to do that? This house here? And so the discussion today, on the debate today, is more than what the role of this honorable house should be. In the previous debate, it's about that project, this project, that project. Honorable Speaker, I think we have to change now. We as legislators and policy makers will have to change. Honorable Speaker, many of the young leaders know I'm the only one that turns up on time through an NEC meeting when I was Minister of State. I was the only one turning up in time for this parliamentary meeting. I turn up on time for government caucus. While I was in the opposition, I always turn up in the opposition caucus. Because I felt, Honorable Speaker, my role is that of the legislature. And so number one priority must come to this place. What is then our challenge, Honorable Speaker? Let me point out one factor which is a weakness. For example, those of us who are open members, we don't have access to high-powered technical advice. We don't even have internet in our offices. We can't even engage somebody that we want a law to be changed. We just have to go through the Attorney General or go through the committee or we just sit down and say our role is to bring development to Abau. That has been what we are. But when we come as leaders, as legislators, and as policymakers, we are devoid of the technical support. Honorable Speaker, I think this is one area that we really have to look at to beef up the capacity of the leaders of this nation. Prime Minister, I understand, has 32 positions to support the office of the Prime Minister. Deputy Prime Minister, I understand, has 15 positions. Ministers of State have 8 positions to support them, plus their departments. Open members, no gatia. People no gatia. So, how will we come and debate here? So, the House is devoid of this level of debate. And so this is one area I sincerely hope that as we look at our role properly, I think my recommendation, Honorable Speaker, you as head of the legislature, is to provide sufficient support to leaders that have been elected to this honorable House. Executive all got. That's all MIPLA no got. Opposition too no got. This is an area that I thought I'd want to. Two more areas I want to speak about. For 21 years, Honorable Speaker, our country has experienced an autonomous government in the region of Bougainville. In the previous governments and taken up by this government, a nominated number of provinces were given some form of status. We are not calling it autonomous arrangement, but devolvement of power in the name of a service delivery agreement. My debate is, I think the nation, because we are a highly diverse country, and we know the diversity that we have, we cannot cut and paste what's happening in Anga and allow the Morobe province to do the same. It's difficult.